Flashing warning signs for Republicans running for the Senate right now. Just take a look at some of the headlines. Quote, as Trump slumps, Republican donors look to save the Senate. Politico's election forecast, Trump, Senate GOP in trouble. And Biden's surge could flip the Senate and boost his presidency. Now in Georgia, the race between first-term Republican David Perdue and challenger Jon Ossoff is tight. Jon Ossoff joins me now. Good to see you. Thanks for being with us.
Great to see you, Chris. Thanks for having me.
Let's talk a little bit about what you're up against. So you've got the power of incumbency against you, name recognition that comes with that. Perdue has a legislative record that conservatives love, so he's also got, I think, more than $9 million in campaign cash. He's got the support of President Trump, who does remain popular with many Republicans. He's got the state political apparatus behind him. How do you beat that?
Well, he's got nothing to run on but widespread disease, mass unemployment, a record of being wrong at every turn about the risk that this outbreak posed to our country, and a record of ignoring scientific and medical expertise. It's fine to have all the money in the world, and Mitch McConnell and Karl Rove are already pouring in tens of millions of dollars to try to save David Perdue. But the reason he's already lagging me in the polls is that while he was reassuring Americans that this virus posed a low risk to our health, while he was insisting that the economic impact would be little, and those are direct quotes, and we have the audio, we have the receipts, he was also trading medical stocks, buying shares in a manufacturer of medical PPE, buying shares in a company developing a coronavirus vaccine. Not only has he been dead wrong about one of the most significant public health disasters in world history, he was too busy adjusting his own stock portfolio to profit to prepare the country for this outbreak.
So I know that the race has been tightening, and maybe in part because of that messaging or that reality. I think the Real Clear Politics average of a couple of recent polls shows Perdue has a 4-point lead. Your staff tells us that internal polling shows that virtually a dead heat. I think he's got Senator Perdue up 45 to 44%. So what's your plan between now and Election Day? How do you take on this incumbent, other than the messaging we just heard from you about the coronavirus?
Well, bear in mind that the Republican margin of victory here in 2018 was just 1%. This is a new Georgia. It is young, it's diverse, it's vibrant, and it's hungry for change. And we're building a coalition that includes a lot of incredibly excited young people, a lot of folks who are relatively new to the Democratic tent but are rejecting Donald Trump's GOP, which ignores science and has failed to contain this outbreak. And we're reminding everyone that my opponent was too busy enriching himself to prepare us for something that's now killed almost 150,000 Americans. You know, what's happening here in Georgia is shocking. We see skyrocketing hospitalizations. Yesterday, we saw one of the highest single-day death tolls since the outbreak began. Our governor is too busy suing the city of Atlanta to try to strike down mask requirements in public buildings and bars and grocery stores to prepare the state adequately. And our senator, as I said, has been assuring us for months and months and months that the risk was low and everything would be fine. It wasn't a week ago that my opponent, David Perdue, said things in Georgia were going as well as they could possibly be going. And yesterday we counted 78 deaths in a single day and more than 1,000 across the country. These politicians, regardless of their party, can't continue to ignore science and deny the reality that Georgians and Americans across the country see right in front of our eyes. They've failed us, they have no record to run on, and they don't deserve to be reelected.